Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be looking at finding volume through revolution, particularly with washers that are perpendicular to the y-axis. If you want to follow along, the links to the companion worksheet are in the description below. So this is using the same regions that we did for the video where we found the volume with washers perpendicular to the x-axis. But now, the way we rotate this region, now our washers are going to be perpendicular to the y-axis. So here we want to find the volume of the region bounded by y equals x plus 3 and y equals 2 squared of x plus 3 rotated about the y-axis. So let's draw this picture first. So we have 3, we have 7, we have 4. So here we have x plus 3, and then here we have 2 squared of x plus 3. Now we're rotating the first one around the y-axis. So it's going like this. So when we draw this, what we do is we draw from where we're rotating out to each edge. The first one is little r, the second one is big R. Now as we rotate, the thickness of each washer is going to be dy. Now that's very important because what we have to do is we have to get these equations in terms of y. Right now they're in terms of x. And so we need to get x by itself. So up here, this is going to be x equals y minus 3. Now it's in terms of y with x by itself. Over here, I'm going to have to subtract the 3, divide by 2, and then square it. So it's y minus 3 all over 2 squared. Okay. So now that everything is in terms of y, now I can go back and label this. So over here, these are 0. Over here, this is y minus 3. And over here, this is y minus 3 over 2 squared. All right. So the volume of this slice is going to be pi times big R squared, so that's y minus 3, minus pi times little r squared, so y minus 3 over 2 squared squared. Okay. So if I want the volume of this entire region, I'm going to add up all the slices from y equals 3 to y equals 7. That's how my integral is going to be set up. And I'm going to put the pi out front. So then I have y minus 3 squared minus, now I can take these two squares and combine them. So I have y minus 3 over 2 to the 4th dy. So there is my integral, which finds the volume when we rotate this region around the y-axis. Now the next one, we have the same region, but this time we're rotating it around the line x equals 5. So x equals 5 is out here. That's what we're rotating around. So from here to here, that's little r. And from here back to here, this is big R. All right. Now we said that x equals 5, so I'm going to label that as 5. Is y minus 3. And this right here we said was y minus 3 over 2 squared. Okay. So for big R, we take the larger quantity, which is the one more to the right, minus the smaller quantity, which is the one more to the left. So 5 minus y minus 3 over 2 squared, quantity squared. And then I subtract pi times little r, and that is this quantity, 5 minus quantity y minus 3 squared. So my integral is going to still be from 3 to 7. And I'm going to put the pi out front. So I have 5 minus the quantity y minus 3 over 2 squared. And then from that, I'm going to subtract. Now, this is all underneath, and so I can simplify this a little bit by taking 5 minus negative 3, which is 8, minus y squared dy. Now, could you simplify this? That's a little more work than what it's worth. But this right here, simplifying that, that's okay. So there is our integral for that one. Now for part C, same region, but this time we're rotating around the line yx equals negative 2. So our axis of rotation is over here. So from the center, the first one that we reach, that's little r. And from what we're rotating around, the further one, that is big R. So let's label this. This is negative 2, this is negative 2, this is y minus 3, this is y minus 3 over 2 squared. All right, so the volume of this slice is pi times big R, so it's y plus 3, y. So in a sense, we're adding 2. So y minus 3 minus negative 2 squared minus pi times this minus negative 2. So y minus 3 over 2 squared minus negative 2 squared. Okay. So our integral, we'll pull the pi out front. We have 3 to 7. Y minus 3 plus 2, we can simplify that to y minus 1 squared. And then here, I'm not going to really waste my time much simplifying that. Plus 2 squared dy. And there is my integral for this one. Now on the second page, here we have the region bounded by y equals x squared and y equals x cubed. Now we have to get this in terms of y, meaning we got to get x by itself. So to do that, I'm going to take the square root. So we have square root of y, and over here, x equals cube root of y. So this is from negative 1 to 1. All right, so here's x squared and here is x cubed. Now for part A, we're rotating this region around the y-axis. So that means from here we draw out, and the first curve we hit is our little r, and the second curve we draw it makes it our big R. Now if I label this, this is 0. And for big R, this is cube root of y. For little r, this is square root of y. So for the volume of this slice, we take pi times big R, which is cube root of y squared, minus pi times little r, square root of y squared, like that. So we're adding up all these slices this way, from 0 to 1. I'll put the pi out front. So the cube root of y squared, I just put the squared in there, minus y dy. And that integral gives us the volume when it's rotated around the y-axis. Now for letter B, now we're rotating around the line x equals 3. 2. All right. So it's being rotated over this way. So starting from what we're rotating around, the first one we hit is little r. So this is 5, and this is cube root of y. All right, this is square root of y. R, that's 5 also. So the volume of this slice is pi times big R, so 5 minus square root of y squared minus pi times 5 minus cube root of y. Now it's still the same region. So we're still adding up all the slices from y equals 0 to y equals 1. All right, and I'm going to leave these expressions as they are. I'm not going to try and simplify them, FOIL them out, anything like that. No need. And so there is our integral for that expression. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Support the channel, click the links down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best way to understand something is to do it.